the stone hour after hour underneath a hot, burning sun. And the stonecutter looks up at the sun and says, if I could have a wish, I would wish to be the sun. Then I would be the most powerful thing on earth. And he chipped away and chipped away. And suddenly, he became the sun.
To my amazement, the snake had a personality unlike any I had known. He was like Lucifer himself. He truly did not like the way I responded to his passing. Either it was a royal event and that I did not bow down, or he was accustomed to getting a scared reaction. Either way, after he passed me, he stopped, turned around, and stared, glared, and was noticeably indignant that I did not run. And its attitude was, oh no, you didn't just stand there.
The oldest one looked up at me and said in a tone solemnly responsible, Dad, he's hurt. As a parent, you really struggle to understand their logic. Okay, he's hurt. So you guys have decided to go ahead and smother him and put him out of his misery. Save us any hospital costs and might be getting him fixed up. Well, that's great. Well, let's have a look, I said, trying to keep my cool. They pulled the pillows off, and there was my youngest boy, Jay, wearing swim fins. He was sporting soccer shins that covered up the Ninja Turtle Halloween costume, including the shell on his back, 2 Franklin batting gloves, a Batman cape, and a Batman helmet with the visor in the front. The strap was busted, so they used a belt and wrapped it long ways to keep the helmet on his head. This was the story they told.
I spent the majority of my adult years seeking validation from my daddy, overcompensating with my parenting, confused about my sexuality, striving for perfection in hopes to get his attention, but my accomplishments went unnoticed because my failures overshadowed them. He told me, never let a man touch you in your private places, and if he tells you he loves you, he doesn't really mean it.
In these days of changing ways, so-called liberated days, a story comes to mind of a friend of mine. Georgie boy was gay, I guess. Nothing more, nothing less. He was the kindest guy I ever knew. That's an old song by Rod Stewart, and it's not one of his most popular, but I hear it once or twice on the radio every year, and it always reminds me of Fred Shook. Like the song says, Fred was gay, I guess. Nothing more, nothing less. And he really was one of the kindest people I ever knew.
Take a look inside this book. I'll be here in the pages throughout all the ages. I will use familiar phrases and words I've said before. If I reach out and touch you, don't scream and holler and such. You know me. Don't go running out the door. It's only me, my friend, and this book, my essence in it. So sit back, relax a minute, and take it all in.
But without hesitation, he made his confession. I met the real you on my first impression. Another female who can't tell a good male who's upscale and trying to avail himself. Women like that, y'all something else.